for the mask. I'm wearing it. It's great. Fits just right. Nice to be wearing something other than hospital masks. Thank you. Eva Air Business Class International 787, great experience. They even give you pajamas, and I don't wear a small, I wear an XL, and they fit. They have many sizes, makes the whole experience amazing, super comfortable. I'm here in the business class restroom, as you can see, and yeah, it's been a great flight. I slept about 8 hours. Now it's time to wake up, get some stuff done, and get ready for their amazing breakfast. It's been a really good experience so far, but the pajamas, can't beat the pajamas, tops and bottoms. Way to go, Eva Air. So just about to land, Eva Air, international flight. It's been about 12 and a half hours, landing in about a minute and a half. Food was amazing, totally comfortable in business class. The pajamas they provide are totally awesome, comfortable, fit just right. Very comfortable seats. They put kind of a seat pad when it's time to sleep on your seat so that it's extra comfortable. Really nice cushion memory foam blankets. Incredible food, lots of very fresh fruit. Incredible service, always clean. Restrooms always clean. Airliner always clean. It's a Boeing 787. Definitely a great trip. I slept about 8 hours and spent some productive hours after that doing some things I needed to do. Had a few lattes. They make espressos as well to order. So great journey, and I'll be on the ground in a few minutes in Taipei. Got to clear through the whole COVID checks and balances, and then spend a few hours there, and then off to the next destination. So that's it for now. Great trip. Definitely recommend Eva Air Business. Amazing all the way. Totally great. Service, food, comfort, beautiful. Okay, so here I am in the Eva Air Lounge in Taipei, Taiwan. Definitely an amazing flight and great service. They met me at the gate, and I was expecting kind of a challenging quarantine, COVID checkpoint type of process, but no, not at all. They met me at the plane. Upon deboarding, there they were, and escorted me all the way through security and all the way to the Eva Air Lounge, where I am now. Gonna enjoy some food, got a couple hours to relax until the next flight. And I've got to say, this is probably my #1 favorite airline in the world that I've experienced. Check it out if you ever have a chance to fly Eva Air, and especially Eva Air Business. Truly amazing. I know this is dizzying, but I just want you to see that there's not many people here. It's dark outside, and it's a little bit dark inside, but it's lighting up, and just impressed with the service. Check-in to boarding to in-flight to deboarding to the lounge, and the flight was amazing. The trip is not yet over. One more flight in a couple hours, so I'm pretty sure that'll be consistent. And yeah, the food was just amazing. Freshest ingredients, great coffee, blueberries, strawberries, just great food, kiwis, melons. Wow, all of it was really good. So fly Eva Air, and I was really worried about the kind of COVID process, and nothing to worry about. I had my documents with me, and that made it smooth. So yeah, so new normal travel. Actually, it's going pretty well. Keep you updated. Bye. Great flight, landed in Thailand. Successful trip on the ground. Another great flight from Eva Air. All went very smooth, perfect. Very nice food. Clean airplane. Great service. So definitely highly recommend Eva Air. So far all is smooth. Now we'll see if everything goes smooth at the airport upon entry. Hopefully it will. I'll let you know. Okay, so made it to Thailand. Just getting in the hotel Transportation on my way now. Took off my shoes, put on some protective foot gear, you can see, and heading to the hotel. This is it. Normal traveling. Great to be in Thailand. It's very hot, by the way. Hottest month of the year. Can't wait to get to the hotel. Okay, so I've arrived in Thailand. I'm officially in the Alternative State Quarantine process right now. I qualified for a 7-day quarantine, which is great because potentially it can be 10 days or even 14 days, depending on various factors. So the trip was great, actually. I was surprised how great it was. I flew Eva Air from America into Taipei, Taiwan. Great airport experience. The airport's definitely very empty, just like all other airports. They really need more passengers. They really need tourism. Right now, in talking to the staff in Taipei at the airport, it seems as though everyone is either a resident or they're on business, but tourism is just non-existent really. So I transited through, I was met upon deplaning and they escorted me to the lounge, and then from the lounge to the plane at time of boarding. Had a great flight, short flight to Bangkok from Taipei. Another great flight by Eva Air. Upon landing in Bangkok, they kind of assemble everyone off the plane into a seating area where you don't have to stand up and carry your bag forever. You're able to sit down, kind of wait your turn. I think I waited about 20 minutes roughly until it was my turn to have my temperature checked, document review, past that station, a few other stations you go through. Very organized, very efficient process actually. There's a lot to do. They're very careful, meticulous, reviewing every document, definitely doing everything very carefully and by the book, which is great. And all in all, I would say it probably took an hour to go through all the various checks and balances, but they were very kind, professional, and gave you comfortable chairs to sit in while you were waiting for the next station. After that, went through immigration, also efficient and quick. And then I was met by the airport transportation after picking up my bags. And it's amazing. Once you leave the airport, the driver, everyone's in PPE, and the vehicle, it's not just like a little plastic makeshift divider. It's like a serious divider between the front and the back seat. It was a Toyota Alphard, and it was like a complete bubble essentially that I was in. Had me remove my shoes, gave me some plastic shoe coverings, which I put on. They took my shoes because they sanitize them. Got to the hotel, did a really amazing check-in actually. Right now I'm in this my quarantine room at La Meridien, which is a Marriott property in Bangkok. So check-in was great, very detailed, very thorough, asked me all kinds of questions. So basically this ASQ process, Alternative State Quarantine, it includes all meals. So 3 meals a day delivered at certain times right outside your door. You get to choose your meals. They have a package of different food you can choose. For example, Thai, Western, Italian, and you choose, and you can make some changes to it if you need to, and you don't have to worry about anything. They just bring you your food. You're a bit limited in laundry. You can launder 2 clothing items per day, but not until, in my case on a 7-day quarantine, not until day 6. Luckily I have enough clothes, but I'm dressed casual right now because I'm conserving clothes, because 6 days in I'll be running out. So now I'm in the room, not allowed to leave the room. There were some great snacks. The first thing I did is I completely devoured the Oreos. There were some great Oreos and some other snacks as well. But in the room, I was able to have a setup for fitness put together. So I've got a great apparatus by Techno Gyms, as well as some other kind of CrossFit resistance bands and some weights and a yoga mat. And so I've got a little workout area, which I'm hoping that I'll use. I did have to pay a fee for the elliptical type apparatus from Techno Gym, but the room is great. Very comfortable bed, lots of pillows, big screen TV, view of Bangkok. I'll give you a quick tour. I will warn you, it's not completely organized because I had a long flight and haven't had time to organize yet. But as you can see, this is the restroom. Got a very nice shower, and this is the room. Plenty of water. No one can come in your room, by the way. You're like not allowed to leave and no one can come in. This is a view of Bangkok. So you can see here what I'm going to get to use to work out with, which I'm looking forward to that. And in addition to that, I've got yoga mat, some weights that are not too heavy, one of these ab rollers, which definitely need that, resistance band. So yeah, everything's set up. And one of the highlights is this, a Pilates ball. Now that is cool. So yeah, that's it. Not organized, as I mentioned. You can see the bed. This is what happens when you get off a plane and pass out in the middle of the day and wake up at night. Now I'll just show you outside the room. This is interesting. So the food, they bang on the door, ring the doorbell in a polite, professional way, not in an aggressive way, and they put the food right outside the door. Oh, there's my finished food. And later, they will pick it up. Interesting. I'm not sure if you're upside down or right side up. So later they'll pick up the food and they'll bring food, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So at certain times, there's like a 1 hour window for the food. There is an app. There's an app called Coste. I'm probably mispronouncing it, COSTE, which is required during quarantine. And it's a very simple, easy to use app. It's actually great. And it allows you to enter your temperature. They give you a thermometer twice a day. And I actually fell asleep and I woke up at like 8:04 to a ringing phone because you have to upload your temperature by 8 p.m. It's morning, I believe, by 10 a.m. and then by 8 p.m. Very close to those times. So a few minutes after 8, the phone was ringing and essentially there was a call from authorities saying, this individual missed the deadline. So they were very nice about it. I uploaded it. And everything was fine. So yeah, got to stick with it. Then there's another app, which is called Thailand Plus for after quarantine. The one I'm using now is for quarantine, and they're taking it very seriously and appropriate. So Thailand has done better than almost any country in the world that I'm aware of. I'm sure there are a few others that have done amazingly well too, but in terms of very low count of fatalities, and overall low spread of the virus, they've done an incredible job, and they take it so seriously. Not only that, it's well organized. It's not like a random kind of everyone's chaotically pulling things together. This is like an organized effort, literally in the hotel, full PPE, as you would wear in a hospital with the face shield, and not just any face shield, but like a big face shield, like a serious face shield, and gloves, and the boot covers, shoe covers, full outfits, no joke. So, they're careful. And once you're in this room, you're sealed. You can't go and they can't come in, and that's it. Your food's left outside. You put your dishes outside, and no one's going to clean your room. You're on your own until you finish quarantine. That's how it works. So it's actually kind of fun. All you have to do is whatever you want to do. Watch TV, study, make phone calls. The internet's fast. Lots of channels. So Meridien service has been top of the line. They've been great. And hopefully I can use this time to get in shape, which I've gotten out of throughout this pandemic. So I'm looking forward to that. Got a great view. Got to adjust to the new time zone. And yeah, can't wait to get out and explore Bangkok. Really looking forward to it. So thank you for joining. This is day 1. I've got 7 days. I'll keep giving you updates as I pass throughout the days. But so far, totally positive experience. Really impressed. Recommend it. 7 days isn't bad, and this isn't really a rough 7 days. I'm sure I'll get a little bit anxious and ready to leave at some point, ready to leave the quarantine and get out into the world around me in Bangkok, Thailand. But so far, it's probably some much needed fitness opportunity, and also chance to study, which I need to do, and also catch up on things. So it's okay. So this is breakfast in quarantine, morning 1, just delivered, hot off the press. The eggs aren't quite cooked enough for my liking, but the rest looks interesting. So yeah, I'll dig in. Just a quick glimpse. By the way, I just woke up, haven't shaven or showered yet. Okay, so there's my temperature, and I will be uploading it now to the portal. Take care for now. Here we go with quarantine day 1, lunchtime. Some amazing Thai food. I've already taken a few bites, so I kind of cheated before showing you the food. It comes completely wrapped in plastic, totally sealed, very hot, and just wonderful, amazing Thai food. So very happy about the meals at Meridien Bangkok. So it's dinner time, day 1 quarantine. Check this out. It's all wrapped in plastic, but wow, what a meal. Got a pizza and some vegetables and a very interesting looking salad. Okay, here we go with quarantine day 2 meal. Breakfast delivered, looks great, looks big, plenty of food. Can't wait to dig in. Food is a very important part of the quarantine experience because there's not a whole lot to do. There is fitness, there is television, there is internet. There's plenty to do in terms of studying or working in isolation. However, still things like food and coffee or tea or whatever you drink certainly are highlights of the day. By the way, no alcohol allowed in quarantine, and that's okay. I don't drink, so I'm very happy with this setup. I'd like to go for a walk, can't do that, but only 5.5 days to go. It's going well. Okay, so here we are with breakfast, quarantine day 3. Woke up around 3 a.m. and I've been up doing work since then. Right now it's about 7:30 a.m. Another great meal, which is one of the main things I'm looking forward to each and every day. Day 3 quarantine lunch, Thai food. Looks great, smells spicy and delicious. Gonna dig in now. The food just keeps getting more awesome by the day. Okay, so we're on quarantine day 3. This is dinner time. And wow, I've got a burger, coleslaw, fruit, ketchup, mayonnaise. I'm excited about dinner. Once again, the highlight of the day, other than sunrise and sunset, definitely is the amazing food at Meridien. So here I go, about to dig into this meal. As you see, it's wrapped in plastic to keep it nice and virus-free, which is smart with the pandemic ongoing. Everything is sealed up and they're very careful here, which is wonderful. Here we go, another great meal. Quarantine day 4 dinner. Here we go, Thai food, yay. Quarantine dinner day 4, Vietnamese food, pho, so delicious. Quarantine day 5 breakfast. One thing I've noticed is I'm just tearing the plastic off the food so quickly, and it's because it's the big anticipation each day, 3 times a day at unexpected times within a specified window of about an hour, hour and a half. Food is delivered outside your door, walk outside, see the food there, excited to bring it inside, peek down the hallway, see that there's nobody either side. The people that just delivered it seem to disappear almost instantly after delivering the food. 30 seconds later, 20 seconds later, there's no one there. It's a long hallway, it's amazing. In any case, I don't step out the room, I just kind of peek, which you have to do anyways to grab your food off the table. And when I get it inside, I just can't help but tear the plastic off, as you can probably see, and dig in, which I'm gonna do now. Quarantine day 5 breakfast. Wow, almost finished with quarantine. It's getting very close. Can't wait to get out there into the world, into Bangkok. But for now, quarantine is really not so bad. Quarantine day 5 dinner. Quarantine day 6 lunchtime. Here we go, more food. Okay, so I'm on day 6 of my 7-day quarantine in Bangkok, Thailand. It's been actually a really great experience. This is the relaxation area, as you can see behind me. And this is kind of what you earn on your 5th and 6th day. Earn, I say, that's my word, not their word. But basically, Once you've passed the COVID test, obviously passing with a negative score, meaning you don't have it, and you followed all the various policies, then on day 5 you get a 1-hour relaxation. You don't get to swim, but you do get to come outside, leave your room, escorted of course by staff fully equipped in PPE, and relax outside. And it's actually nice fresh air. It's just good to be out of the room. The room's great, no complaints about that, but it is nice to get out from time to time. So this is basically day 6, tomorrow day 7's checkout. So it's kind of how it works. You arrive at the hotel, they check you in, go through a process, very thorough process, temperature check, health questionnaire. Everyone's wearing full PPE, like from boots to cap and goggles and face shield in the works. You're escorted to your room afterwards. Checkout's great, by the way, very thorough. Lots of personalized questions, making sure that you have what you need to be comfortable for the stay. And then after that, you're escorted to your room where you don't leave until you qualify for relaxation, as mentioned. And you get to choose your meal selection. There are 3 choices, Italian, Thai, and international. And they deliver the meals between, I believe it's 7 and 8:30 a.m. for breakfast, 11:30 and 1 p.m. for lunch. Dinner's like 5 to 6:30 p.m. And the meals are set on a little table outside your door. When you open your door and you walk outside and look, even instantly there's nobody there. Somehow they disappear very quickly. Food is there, you bring in the tray. When you're done, you put it back outside. It magically disappears. And the next meal, there's another tray with another great lineup of food. The food's been great. Really enjoyed the food, actually. It's like a full meal. It's the right portions. It's, not small portions like focused on diet, but it's also not too big, focused on overeating. It's just right. It includes dessert and, kind of a nice spread of food. So that's basically it. You can have coffee, latte, whatever you might want, tea. Yeah, so very good experience. And you see there's some others out here too. So you have to keep your mask on. You have to maintain social distancing. And the whole process, very pleasant indeed. So you're not able to provide your laundry until day 6, which is today for me. So I did give my laundry, and it'll be back in the morning tomorrow, day 7, when I'll check out. I had the COVID test yesterday, day 5. Both a swab in the back of the mouth and another swab in the back of the nose. It did hurt a bit, honestly. I've had many. This wasn't one of the easier ones. It was a bit painful, but that's all finished up now. So passed that test, and now in day 6, just one more day, and then I'm changing hotels, because this hotel, the Meridien in Bangkok, is only at this point for those in Alternative State Quarantine, also called ASQ. And the ASQ process, if you've been vaccinated as I have, is 7 days, and otherwise it can be 10 days, or depending on where you traveled from and through and other factors. And I think kind of the discretion of the health officers that check you in at the airport can be as long as 14 days. So I qualified for 7, and then I'll be free to roam. Of course, things are kind of on very high level of caution. Bangkok right now is in what they're calling locally kind of a red alert level, meaning that the COVID cases are of concern, but it's been handled so amazingly in Thailand. Their fatalities as of now are, I believe, at 99 for the entire pandemic, which compared to other countries, they've done incredibly well. And total cases is relatively low, but proportionally the fatality rate is just very, very low. So the ASQ process, there are various hoops to jump through at your home airport before flying to Thailand. One of those is applying with the consulate for approval. It's called a COE, Certificate of Entry. Very quick process. They say 3+ business days, I think 3 to 5 business days, but everything I did was more like 1 business day. They were really quick and responsive, and the whole process was smooth. So I did have to have those documents, had to have insurance for the medical insurance in case of COVID, have to have a specific document that says your policy covers you for COVID. And it's supposed to say, I believe it's $100,000 US as the coverage amount. My major medical insurance was willing to provide that letter if you call and ask them, depending on what you have. If not, there are plans available. And I can put some ideas out there if anyone needs to know, put a comment and I'll respond. For about $100, you can get that coverage to cover you for about a month. that you'd need if you don't have other insurance. So everything's manageable. Everything's overall pretty simple. Just have to go through the process, check off those boxes. Easy to board, easy to fly. Great flight experience on Eva Air. And 7 days in quarantine went smooth. I got a lot of work done actually. Locked up in the room, not really locked up, but you can't leave, can't go outside. So I was able to get a ton of work done in those 7 days. So it was a great catch up on responsibilities time frame. Great internet, television, comfortable room, climate control, everything perfect. So no complaints about the process. And I would say that Thailand definitely has got it right. Thanks for joining. More updates soon.